Yo, what is up, everybody? Jason Burmis here. Oh, I'm doing a terrible job of acting cool and hip and with it. But as cringeworthy as that was, I promise, I got something way, way better for you. Way, way better for you. You see, we did a video earlier this week where we went along with this propaganda piece from Davos about the Great Reset, okay, and how it wasn't anything bad. And we understand why you might think that, but trust us, we're the best thing since breakfast. They've taken that to the next level with a pseudo news show. They're calling it the Davos Daily, and they've got this young lady of color, hits all the identity politics markers throughout, acting as though she's informing you about news. And guys, I mean, is over the top cartoon level. We're going to do a watch along with this. And the great thing about it is they really are putting this out on a regular basis and promoting it. Not that it has an audience, but we're going to probably do a few watch alongs with these. They're going to be short. They're going to be sweet. And it would be funny if this wasn't true, if this wasn't the agenda right in your face, and then acting like it's like hip or cool. There's like one point where she's like, I know all this stuff could be like totally overwhelming, but you know, you just got to stay focused and informed. No, you want people to do the opposite and listen to your talking points and your Johnning nonsense and obey bureaucrats and predator class members and minions. That's what your job is. So, we're going to get to that in just a moment. Want to remind everybody we're fully demonetized on this platform. $5, $10, $15. It means the world to me. No more GoFundMe. We got to do the Go Get Funding. GoFundMe, again, took down my last campaign. So we had to say arrivederci, sayonara, and we'll see ya. Guys, thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share. Remember, we do this multiple times a day on many different subjects. I know I've been really focusing on the Great Reset and transhumanism, and I've almost been ignoring the Epstein stuff, and there's so much Epstein stuff to go over. So there's a good possibility that I'm going to have to do a deep dive into some of the Epstein stuff that's out there that I haven't done in a very, very long time. So guys, make sure you're subscribed, hitting that notification button, and going to Rockfin, at least making the free account, okay? You want to at least make this free account. And then you join us Monday through Friday, live, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. Today's live and free is remaining exclusive. The only way to see it is over on Rockfin, so go check that out. And remember, all the documentary films are free. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. Odyssey.com has them all backed up just in case they do deplatform me. And with that being said, let's get to it, because guys, you can't make this stuff up.
What's going on? I'm Lily, and this is the Davos Daily, your go-to source for the biggest highlights of the Davos agenda. From the top.
When public health issues become politically charged, like wearing a mask or not becomes a political statement, you cannot imagine how destructive that is to any unified public health message.
Any unified public health message? First of all, how about that backbeat Fauci that we've all been craving, huh? Some backbeat Fauci, huh? That's what I want in my electronic music, a little backbeat Fauci. And his unified message, we're going to do a whole video on this later, is now 2 masks, although he just admitted there's nothing that actually says 2 masks work better, even though we've seen mainstream media be like, well, it's 50% here and then 75% here, and maybe a triple mask will get you 90%. and like, oh, snap, I'm in my one piece. I got my gold chain. This is ridiculous, but we'll continue.
I completely agree. Wearing a mask is not political. It's responsible. Also, I break out all the time and a mask covers it. It's a win-win.
Okay, so now let's play on the acne of young people. Okay, let's play on that, number one. But the whole thing about a political statement, and they made it about Trump. Okay, look, man, I'm not a MAGA head. I'm not QAnon nonsense. I never rode that train. I'm a free-thinking human being, and why are you telling me that me objecting to being a slave is somehow associated with that? Yeah, yo, we already got the know-how and what we're doing, yeah!
Women in particular have been badly affected by job losses and extra burdens of care. We also see fragility in the climate and biodiversity crisis. Those are existential threats, and those are getting worse. We are waging war on nature and destroying our life support system, and nature is striking back.
Existential threats. So, again, none of this is like challenged or fact-checked. It's put to a backbeat, and you've got literally what seems to me is almost a parody of a 1990s Nickelodeon-esque set. I mean, if you look at the actual gear she's wearing, that could totally be like a 90s One Piece. And the gold, I mean, it's kind of a female Mr. T, right? But it's identity politics, and women are losing their jobs, and climate change, yeah!
Nature is striking back. If my Indian mom has taught me anything, it's that a mother will put you in your place.
You know, if my Italian mom has taught me anything, it's that meatballs are delicious.
Greta, tell it like it is.
Today, we hear nations and leaders all over the world speak of an existential climate emergency. And yet, instead of taking the immediate action you would in any emergency, they set up vague, hypothetical, distant targets way into the future. Targets based on loopholes and incomplete numbers. Targets like net zero emissions 2050. Targets that equal surrender.
Again, this young kid's gonna tell you how to live your life across an MTV backbeat. What is this?
Lose faith in humanity, I look at people like Greta and my faith gets restored.
Me
Thankfully,
too, yo.
Greta's not alone, and things don't have to stay this way.
There is a very strong awareness by people that climate change is an issue that must be dealt with as a matter of priority.
I'm glad that European central bankers and Davos globalists are telling me this. It's fantastic.
70% in 16 largest countries want climate change and the fight against it to be their priority.
Unions already knew the crisis we faced before the pandemic hit. The climate emergency, historical levels of inequality driving exclusion, anger and despair. And COVID-19 laid that bare. So we've got choices now. Will people be at the forefront with their environment of a new social contract?
With their environment of a new social contract. You're the bad guy. You're going to do what we say or you're the bad guy. To a hip-hop backbeat, yo. Yo, I totally agree. Watch how this girl's going, oh, it could get so crazy out there and confusing. I totally agree.
Or will we see business as usual? So this week is very important.
She's got my vote. If ever it needed saying, twice. I'm gonna be real with you. If you're like me, sometimes hearing all this stuff can feel overwhelming and you don't know what to do, but the thing is, if we come together, we can all do something. It's so important now more than ever to pay attention and to act.
The thing is, they don't want you to actually pay attention. They want you to watch something like this and go, yeah, and then look at a headline and go, yeah, and just obey. Obey. Listen, we've got a pretty girl of color agreeing with billionaires in a cool set, in cool clothes, and letting you know she cares about the world and the environment. What's not to agree with? You're not a bigot, are you? You're not a domestic terrorist, are you?
That's just a taste of what we've got in store for you, and there's so much more to come. Keep yourself in the loop each day with the Davos Daily right here online on YouTube.
Oh, we're gonna. The Davos Daily is gonna get some Burmese treatment daily. I think we'll save another one for tomorrow, but, this is just, it's overwhelming. I don't know. I mean, I think it's more cringeworthy than the video they initially put out before Davos. But just the fact that they're literally trying to target this to obviously, middle school, high school aged kids, probably college kids, or just mush minds is just over the top for me. We've backed it all up on Odyssey because they love world government over here at YouTube. They love the United Nations. They love Davos, right? They love the World Health Organization. I could be deplatformed, and they've backed it all up. Thank you so much, Odyssey. Remember, all the documentary films, they're still free right here, right now. Loose Change, Final Cut, Fabled Enemies, Invisible Empire, A New World Order Defined, and Shade the Motion Picture. Rockfin. Go create the free account right now. We've got a exclusive up there. Again, we do it Monday through Friday, 11 a.m. Eastern Time. And you can't beat it. We're keeping that one exclusive over there, so go check it out. Thumbs the video up, subscribe, and share if you're not already. And remember, I couldn't do it without you. $5, $10, $15. Big donors, you mean the world to me. I love you, and I'll see you on the flip side, yo. Yeah!